Oh, look at these foil-boated flat irons. I'm Evan LeRoy at LeRoy Lewis in Austin, Texas, and this is the most popular dish on our menu, Smoky Beef Bourguignon. This dish is exactly representative of New School Barbecue and LeRoy Lewis Barbecue. It is a little bit familiar and a little bit different. We kind of have 1 foot in barbecue and 1 foot in French cuisine. And I think that's where we do our best work, where we kind of find those connections between barbecue and between other cuisines. Starting with the meat. We have the beef chuck here. It has been seasoned and smoked and braised until tender. You can see how tender it is. You can see the nice little smoke ring on there. So we take the beef chuck roasts, about a pound and a half. They get seasoned with our beef rub and then smoked for about 4 to 6 hours. We really want them to set up a nice bark. We've also got some of our garnish here: mushrooms, pearl onions, bacon. I would say you should never rush the smoking process. That's the signature part of the recipe. It's a smoky beef bourguignon. Low temperature in the beginning is really good on the smoker. And then when you slice it, that smoke ring is gonna be visible. You're gonna have to sear these pearl onions, cook these mushrooms, get a little bit of crisp back on this bacon. Really, I'm just looking for a little bit more color on those onions. Just a little bit on those mushrooms. I don't wanna burn the butter really. I just wanna start the cooking process here before we go in with our chuck pieces. What makes LeRoy Lewis different than every other barbecue place is, first of all, I think the commitment to local sourcing. We say we're trying to find the best meat. We are seeking out actual relationships with local purveyors, local ranchers who are feeding and tending the animals themselves. So that is really what is the most important to me, is locally raised meats, and that I think is what makes a difference. And then we have our sauce. This is that port wine, beef stock, aromatics, herbs. We had the bigger pan. We tried to do 2 at once. It didn't work. We need the exact right size of this pan because we want it to reduce at the right time. It's a certain size, and we were kind of like, which size of these pans do we need? The stainless clad fry pan was the perfect pan. It transferred heat really well. Obviously, the quality was incredible. Made In is like a staple now. Everything is in the pan now. I've got the chuck pieces warming up. I've got the sauce reducing. I've got the mushrooms and onions cooking through. What I'm gonna do is put the mashed potatoes on the plate, make sure the plate is hot. That's a lot of mashed potatoes. This is a dish to share. I'm gonna come over here. Just gonna plate these chuck pieces, just kind of around the potatoes. They're so tender, they're completely fork tender. Then I want all this stuff to go kind of around. We're gonna finish with a little butter here. That's just gonna emulsify, finish this sauce. Look at that velvety texture. When people take the first bite of this dish, I want them to feel both at home, but also just really amazed by different flavors at the same time. That's kind of what we try to do with New School Barbecue, is it has to be a little bit nostalgic, but also something that you've probably never had before. That's pretty much it. I like to throw a couple little rosemary guys in there. Smoky Beef Bourguignon. Smoky Beef Bourguignon. I'm Evan LeRoy, and I use Made In Cookware.